My name is Tom Page, as you heard. I started also playing the guitar when I was 14. My father had brought home an acoustic guitar but hadn't really learned how to play it. We moved to a different town, and I had a lot of time on my hands and no social calendar to speak of, and so I started plunking on the thing. And when I was about 16, I'd wanted to have an electric guitar probably since I was maybe 7 or 8 years old, but when I was 16, I bought one on time, $110 Indian-made guitar. And let me say, back then they did not make a very good guitar in India, and it was called Memphis. Anyway, Memphis was an okay guitar, but just, it's like me and Ron grew up a little bit distanced in time, but the same story. My father was very concerned, A, that I was buying an electric guitar, B, that it was on credit. It was a whole thing, you know. But that was both my first experience with electric guitar and first experience buying something on credit, so it worked out okay, and it was all right. But, you know, luckily grew up hearing a lot of music as a child. My father was a bebopper, and so I was familiar with Charlie Christian and familiar with Django Reinhardt as sort of pioneers of electric guitar. And although I listened to him extensively, I can't say it really reflects in my style. But what can you do? The masters are still great. So, you know, let's see here. I picked out 2 songs here today, and we'll see if I can get them going here for you. Thank you all. There's sort of an interpretation of good old Sam Cooke song there, Change is Gonna Come. Anyway, get to stand here and play the electric guitar. Reminds me of getting to hear C major play in this very same room on a similar old amp, and that's why that came to mind today. Got another one for you here. I'm going to turn down the crazy knob here a little bit. That was extreme. Another really fun thing about electric guitars, and those of you who know me outside of this room know I play a lot of acoustic guitar as well, and I really love the acoustic guitar. It's a great instrument, but what it does not do is hang on for a long time. What it does not do is cut above the band, and what it does not do is these lovely, like, and so all of those kind of things, you know, certainly are part of the charm and allure of the electric guitar. And let's see if I can pull one here that sums up some of that. Thanks, everybody. That's a little song called Kanzashi, or To Kanzashi with Love. Just a made-up number there. What sort of questions might you possibly have?
Those pickups on there, are those P90s?
It's the watered-down Fender version of, in some way. Fender has their own. They say it's not a P90, but it's very similar. If I remember quite correctly, I've been learning about this a little bit. The magnets are actually the pull pieces in this, where in the P90 the magnet is a flat thing and the pull pieces are separate metal screws that are magnetized, but there are actual magnets in the pull pieces of these. I don't know. I think it's like a P90, and Fender needed to put a patent on it. This particular guitar is a Chinese-made replica that any young kid these days could pick up for $300, and maybe with another $100 of wiring make it sound just like this one. And so I'd say these are even some grade a little bit lower than whatever's the regular Fender copy of a P90.
Thank you. The amp you're playing
playing through looks an awful lot like an old magnetone.
It is. It is. It belongs to Albert, who's coming up here next. Wanted to make sure I had something with the wobbler on it, and he said, "Well, I'll bring the magnetone." Oh, okay, great. So, yep, it is a fine old amp. I can't remember. Maybe you can see what it says on it. I think it has a. It's not a Titano. It's not a.
It's an Alberto.
Oh, well, there you go. Yes, of course it is at this point. Magnetone made a lot of amps under contract, much as what Ron was talking about on the Silvertones and such. They made a lot of amps under contract, so you can find these Magnetone amps under a variety of names, and this one is a accordion company, like Italian accordion company, and it's not Titano. It's another one very similar to it. I'm forgetting the name, but Albert can tell you in a little bit.
What are the groups that you typically are performing in these days?
Let's see here. I've got Haymakers Band, a young talented harmonica player named Dustin Arbuckle, and a bunch of old guys like myself, and we're really doing well with that. Stay tuned soon for something called Guitars sur Central that will have myself and a fellow named Mark Horton playing electric guitar in a guitar rock instrumental. In fact, that last song was a highlight or a preview of that. Well, let's see here. What else have I got going on? Tom Page Trio is me with rotating staff of others. If you hear any of those names, come on down. Thank you, Eric.
That, making a couple observations. The last song you did, the very first introduction of it, sounded like you're going into pipeline a little bit.
It is similar. It is similar. And you know, if you're picking along at home, it's the beautiful guitar key of F sharp minor, which allows this easy move. So you can pick off one finger there and really make it sound like something. And homage, yes.
Okay. And the last chord you hang on to on the end of that song, what was it?
F sharp minor.
F sharp minor. How do you have your tremolo set up as far as like up half a step, down maybe a step and a half?
You know, okay, this particular one had a buzzing issue. When you play with, unplugged, you could kind of hear this bizarre buzz coming out of this thing. So I just tightened it up till the buzzing stopped. And for me, I can tell you my biggest challenge is to remember to grab the bar in advance. And see, you go for it and it's not there, and then it's like, ha, bend that didn't happen, folks. There you go. That's always a moment. And then the other part of it is just to be delicate with the silly thing. I think since I'm done here, it will go down quite a ways and up quite a ways. But I just have to remember, just be gentle, So that, I don't know if I would pull harder than that going up, but.
I was just curious because one of my big guitar players is Hendrix.
Oh, yeah. And more Jazzmaster technology involved in this, and I don't know exactly the details, but they claim this is a modified tremolo system that somehow compensates when you break a string to not completely lose tone. Now, I don't know. Again, they needed to patent it, I'm sure, and it works just fine. But obviously, the Strat one can make similar sounds.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.